All right, we got a couple fragrances here for this first fucking bang down. And then we got other ones over here that coming up next time. Got a little of that fucking cool water. Jersey favorite right here, born and bred in Jersey, Paul Sebastian. You got some of that Estee Lauder Tuscany, the fucking Aramis Devon, also Estee Lauder. We got English Leather Spiced. And then we got the fucking Azzaro, the original. But today we're getting down to brass tacks. Perry Ellis America, Davidoff Zeno, the original Perry Ellis for men, and the Alfred Sung for men. Alfred Sung Om. All right? Start out with this big bitch. God almighty, I gotta take the top off of this and give it a revisit. Let me get this thing off. Ah, come on. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Wow, that's a blast. And I've been wearing that a little bit this winter. You know, this is an end of winter rundown we got going on. Hey, look, there she is right there. Yeah, she's beautiful. Hey, this is an end of winter rundown. This is the Perry Ellis Eau de Toilette. I think back in the day they called it Cologne for men, but this is the Perry Ellis men one. First blast is inky. It ain't inky like the Jeffrey Bean gray flannel. It's got an inkiness like a Big Pen ink, smelling like ditto sheets you used to get back in school. That's the first blast I get. You know, I don't know if this has been synthesized. They all have. You know, they can't put these ingredients in there anymore. But you know, it's bringing back memories. It's doing it pretty well. Sweet rose in this. This is like the kind of rose you smell in your grandma. It's very, as much as it might be synthetic, it's very natural smelling. It smells like the roses in your grandma's garden. Touch a carnation. Just a touch. Get a touch of oak moss, but what I'm thinking, I'm not thinking, I know. This is a sentence. It's not, you know, we're not in Nigeria, you know, we got to play by the rules. There's no real oak moss in this. I'm getting that vibe. Not as good as the way that Paco Rabanne in the normal green bottle Paco Rabanne does the fake oak moss. It's there. Maybe they didn't put enough in. It's all right. Touch of leather. Little touch. Then there's this like weird amorphous citrus, vague, but it's there type thing. Your big citrus bomb minus that bitter nose blast to the grapefruit. You know what I mean? Then you got that Tonka vanilla sweet caramelly, bring it back home type vibe at the end. Solid fragrance, good frag, beautiful. You know, it's not overpowering. I'd say the sillage on it is not crazy unless, of course, you shower in this stuff. You put it on, people aren't gonna get bombed. It's not like a spice bomb, right? It's not like that. It's good, and you can smell it. And longevity, you know, you put it on at 8 in the morning, it's probably fading out by 3 to 4. It's good. You find it, you know, you find your big box stores, Kohl's, Penny's, Macy's, CVS, Walgreens. You just go beyond that block cabinet, you got it. All right, here's one I don't see anymore. Oh, yeah, I got my, God bless. We're putting you on here too, Terry, all right? You know, you up in heaven right now. But hey, this one, Alfred Sung. I think he's from Hong Kong. Beautiful Chinese tailor, turned himself into a bit of a fragrance master. It's good juice. You can see I don't use much of it, but it is good. Very synthetic. I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very synthetic, and that at a certain time was all the rage. Late 80s, early 90s, that's all you wanted, right? It's like Sharon Stone and Basic Instinct, you know? I'll tell you right now, in that nightclub scene, she's not smelling Douglas wearing this. He's probably wearing some Lagerfeld, you know? He's got those loose jeans on. You know, the guys that she was probably gonna get banged by before he came into it, they had this on, all right? Minute you spray this on, the opening, big, huge pine, right? Aldehydes, just like you'd expect. Slight oak moss up there, clean soap all the way through. Soapy, Clean as hell. Almost smells like you're a fucking robot, android, whatever, right? But then it settles in. It settles. It doesn't dry down. It settles into this mid-phase where it's lemony, jasmine, touch of flowers in there. You got some rose, maybe carnation, definitely rose. Then the dry down happens, and you do get a weird, sour, kind of chemical vibe. I'm not gonna lie. But you also get this offset of a little musk. You got some Jesus sandals, you got some sandalwood, and I grab a bit of pine on the dying phase of this. It's actually a very peculiar, fun fragrance. If you're into stuff that smells like it was made in a lab and that was good made in a lab, you're gonna like this. Late fall to midwinter, that's it. You can't even go into early April, even when it's cold. No, you gotta cut this off mid-February. End of story, done. All right, what are we going on next? All right, so look, Davidoff, cigars, cigarettes, men's accoutrement, ties, all that stuff. Everyone knows that stuff, but you know what they also know in the fragrance is the cool water. Some people, goddamn, some people know about the fragrance house, and you know, they put together some good stuff. Something about this, you want to say it's got class, and it kind of does, but it wears thin. This is the kind of stuff you could see a guy who takes care of your horse wearing, as long as you're paying him well enough. This is the kind of stuff you wear when you go ride that fucking horse when you're wearing jeans. You're not in full tack. You not got your riding pants on with the reinforced, loins in them. You don't do that. This thing is fantastic. It opens. Literally, like someone is fucking ripping dimensional lumber on a fucking Skmee. That's a good Italian brand. That's a nice fucking table saw. They're ripping dimensional lumber, Douglas fir on that. You're getting that big pine blast. Unbelievable. Sawdust. It's beyond the pine. It's that burnt. There's something burning the oils in that from that blade ripping through. Acrid. It's very acrid. But then it immediately goes away. Then you get this kind of fucking dirty, this dirty, disgusting hippie who's made something of himself because now he's dabbling in wine out in Napa. You get this very California patchouli Napa vibe going on. Kind of guy who was wearing a $300 Paul Stewart or a Paul Stewart shirt with a $20 pair of old used Levi's. Nice smell. I mean, not when you smell it off that guy, but it brings back memories. And I get this weird lavender and citrus coming through. Just supporting the whole thing. Longevity on this one ain't great. It's good enough. Goes into its dry down phase within an hour. Then it leaves you, you put this on 7 a.m. You gotta top up around 2. Otherwise you just let it, whatever. This is not the kind of thing you're gonna be smelling on your shirt the next day. If you do, it's gonna be a very, very watered down, pale resemblance of what this is. At the end though, you do get the patchouli and wood with this kind of, the Johnson & Johnson yellow shampoo? I don't even know if anyone's ever figured that out, but you get this weird touch of that. And I don't even know, that lives in a world between soap and kids and, your childhood, whatever it is, and some sort of plastic duck toy, I don't know. It smells, look, it's chemicals, right? It's chemicals at the end. All right, then here we go. Terry, God bless, you just passed. You came up with this crazy ass shit, or you commissioned someone to make it for you, but you had your ideas. This stuff is wild. It's wild. So what we doing? We're doing nothing but 80s through early 90s on this. Maybe mid-90s. This is the fucking Amen. Aliens. Angels. Aliens. I think this one was about the alien thing. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the gourmand. I mean, you had your Youps. You had Fahrenheit. You had these big, crazy-ass fragrances, but nothing really did it like this. I mean, this put your mom's bacon, not your spice cabinet, the bacon cabinet, right in your face. There's nothing like this. Everything's really been very derivative off of this. Even his own the flankers are all kind of derivative. If this guy didn't come out, the tobacco and the liquor smelling one he's got, they wouldn't have done it. So yeah, you do fall in love with this right off the first spray. It's cotton candy right in your face. Then you get this kind of milk and honey phase that it sets into with a little touch of amber, sandalwood, mid-musk moment, coffee in there. I know a lot of people say burnt rubber tires. I don't think that. I don't get that. Maybe a tinge of gasoline, not burnt rubber, not diesel. It's that same aroma, that ester that's in coffee. That's what it is. It's not burnt tires. I don't get that at all. I don't get it at all. But the longevity on this is fantastic, and the sillage doesn't have to be so crazy. If you put it on moderately, you're gonna be okay, but it's still gonna last. You can also go like a freaking nut. Douse yourself with it and blow everyone out, and that blowout will last all day. But the thing is, you put 2-3 squirts of this on, you're good all day. You will smell it on your pillow the next day. You will still smell it on your shirt collar. It's gonna be fantastic. It's unbelievable. This guy was an original and a trailblazer. He started that whole freaking thing, and we'll get into that later, but we're not even there yet. All right, gonna round out this little quick banger right now. We're going back to Perry Ellis. I never got to try this out during its heyday. Never got to try it out during its heyday. Saw all the adverts. I think they were doing, trying to get some sort of Bruce Springsteen, John Mellencamp, Tom Petty vibe going, saying, hey, yo, this is America. Look at this. This bottle kind of looks like a bottle of Night Train, right? It's like got this like wine bottle top, but you don't got this is like some sort of bum fuel, hobo wine, right? But hey, that's part of America too. You're hopping on that train and you're gonna go somewhere, right? Let me give this a whiff. Yeah, all right, a lot better now because I sprayed it. I took a test strip. I sprayed it, but I didn't smell this test strip. I just wanted to get it from the nozzle. But I'll tell you right now, I let this dry down on the nozzle for about a couple months, and when I put this out before, I took it to my face. I was like, oh, this has got to be all synth right now. There's something denaturing going off very fast. It smelled like a Avon or like a Jean Naté weird, crusty crap Woolworths fragrance. I smelled like disgusting, tired old like bathroom powder with a decaying old like geranium leaf, which we'll get to in a minute because I do think there's a geranium in this. Obviously not natural. They made some sort of chemical compound. But all right, let's go into it. This thing is fresh. I'm doing it now in the end of winter, but it's fresh and it's really an early spring all the way through early summer. It's not going to get you through the whole thing because you want to start getting a bit complex. You go into those bonfires now. You want to bring a bit more earth tone. This thing, it's beautiful. It's got a note in it that I don't smell much in fragrance, and it's got oregano up in there. Now, like Halston Z14, but not like Halston Z14. There's this huge grandma's Mediterranean kitchen vibe going on, but as we all know, oregano is much more aggressive and masculine than basil. Basil's huge in Z14. Your grandma's gonna put that in a sauce, whatever, but you're also gonna put the oregano in there. It's a lot more, it's a nose smack, you know what I mean? Like, you can cover basil, you can mute it, you can do all this stuff. You put tomato, whatever. Oregano is always gonna come out and punch you in the face. And this has got just a touch, and it's real nice. I know it's like a shitty Kohl's JCPenney favorite, but it's weird how it hits on the way that a lot of Euro masterpieces do. It's got some good components, which is crazy because they call this America. I mean, I guess they're trying to make their own thing. Isn't that what America is? It's the rest of the world all coming in one spot. But, this does go back to the way that they craft some of these European perfumes, especially with that oregano. I don't know many American houses that are going to do something like that, but it's fantastic. So, it's also funny. This thing seemed to also be a response in the mid-'90s to the way that the country and the heartland rockers were getting a bit more sensitive, like You know, they didn't wear their jeans brand new and stiff. Let me sit around and let me get a little more comfortable and let them wear in. You know what? That might be nice. That might be a nice aesthetic if you're a working man, but you ain't working. You're just trying to look like you're working. You're fucking off. Get the fuck out of my face. In any case, this stuff's good. This stuff's good. It's a little dab of bergamot, neroli, some woods at the bottom. You know, it gets woody and a touch of amber. You know, it's got, like I said, it's got its old world vibe. I mean, I think you'd be just as welcome putting a couple splashes of this on after a shave and then taking a Chris Craft out on Lake Como. You know? But it's clean, it's fresh, and it's delicious. Hey, look! You listen to these reviews and put some of this shit on, these girls gonna fall in love all over again.